Here are the funniest moments of 2024. Oh, God. Right, so I'm literally starting this straight after I've done the intro. This one is going to be a little bit more relaxed. I'm ill as shit, but we do need to talk about the year and talk about 2024. I'm really scared because we just got this carpet and I don't want this can to spill. That would be horrific. But I just need to get my phone out because I've got some notes on this year. Like I said in the funniest moments of 2024, thank you so much. Like, this year's been outrageous in terms of just what we've accomplished and what we've done, and it's all thanks to you lot. Like, it is genuinely nothing without you lot. I know it's like corny and cringe for people to say, but without you lot, the content wouldn't be at the level that it is. I wouldn't be able to just like switch and divert the way I have into doing the MXZ show. God, I'm out of breath. Like I said, I'm ill, so I'm like really struggling with my chest and my breathing. So bear with me. But what are my notes? So yeah, this house has been a big thing of this year. It's taken up so much of my time, my weekends, and that's probably been like felt through the content with less streams, less videos in general, to be honest. This year has, like I said, this house has took up all of my weekends and well, most of my weekends. But it's finally ready. It's finally ready to move in. It's not completely finished. We've still got stuff like the flooring to do downstairs. The living room still needs doing. The front door needs doing. Fireplace doing. There's a lot still to do. But the bedrooms are done, as you can see. This is my office. And I'm so excited to like move in, but then start like streaming and creating content from here. You're going to see this room develop and grow in real time. Like, this backdrop, this is going to be my backdrop. My desk is going to be a sort of where you are currently. And I'm going to have shelves in the alcoves. There's one over there that you can't see. And you're going to see it all develop in full real time. The streaming is going to be so much more interesting. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to move in and have my own space and have my own time. The second channel, and by a second channel I mean Isaac Rose, not MXZED, that channel is going to become so much bigger of a thing for me now that I've moved out. Filming the club videos, I've always been very self-conscious about, my mum, dad, sister downstairs listening to me. So I always had to wait for a spare house, or an empty house, not spare house, I don't know what I'm saying, to film those. And so by the time that came around, the films weren't as fresh in my mind or whatever it was. Lego therapy, I could never do that properly. So Lego therapy, I've had Lego sets sat in my office, or my bedroom, sorry, for probably over a year and a half now, like waiting to be built, but I've not had the time to do it. Lego therapy is going to become, like, that's one of my goals for 2025, moving into this house. Lego therapy is going to become a staple of what I do. I want to really hone that in and push that and just do it as a consistent thing, because I love that series so much, and I think a lot of people resonate with it and a lot of people enjoy it, and it's going to be great. So, what else did we do in 2024? My first ever official meet and greet at Insomnia. That was wild. It was me, Dan, Blue, and we went backstage, came out to like a booth where people had queued up, and we were sat there going, Jesus Christ, there's going to be no one in this queue. This is going to be embarrassing. And we walked out, and the fact that there was even like, there was probably like 15, 16 people, is just outrageous. Like, that is just wild. And to have people waiting to see me and meeting so many of you lot, that was just, like I say, a milestone moment that I will never forget, and I can't wait to hopefully one day do it again. My first ever piece of merch, the Lego head. Bonkers, absolutely wild. I bought 30 because I didn't know how they'd sell, if they'd sell, and they sold in the first 13 hours, which is absolutely wild because it was UK only as well. I felt so bad. The amount of you who were commenting saying I'm from Ireland, Australia, Netherlands, and you couldn't buy one. I was like, I'm so sorry. So next time I want to do another like thing, whatever it is, in the future. But what I want to do is, I don't want to be the one for like fulfilling it, shipping it, and stuff like that. I want someone else to do it so that they can do it worldwide, and it's not down to me because I'm clearly not apt. I'm inept at that English. Anyway, so it was absolutely insane, and it's so cool to see it in people's hands. See people building it. It's been it just. I can't. I don't think it's actually hit my brain properly yet, or sunken in that it was a thing that happened. It's so cool. Like, I'm so happy that I've done it. What else have we done in 2024? I also added to my list of channels. I know it's a bit of a meme, but I did start 3 new channels this year. MXZ Walks, which is Isaac, just called Isaac, but for some reason wrote MXZ Walks on here. I don't know why. MXZ Games and also MXZ Talks. MXZ Games being my solo gaming channel. MXZ Talks being my sort of old school commentary style channel. All 3 of which I love and adore. Like, the talking channel, I feel like is going to really be interesting to develop. I can't wait to do more on that. Every video that I've done on there, people have seemed to like find interest in it, find comfort in it, which I love. And I'm just going to use that as an outlet just to talk about random stuff. I'll miss and love that side of YouTube that it used to be. And so I'm going to continue to do that. Isaac, which is the channel, or Isaac Rose Walks, is my favourite thing that I might have possibly ever done. Like, I love walking, I love being outside, and I also love filming and photography and cinematography, and it's my favourite thing, like filming those, editing them, putting them together, and I get to see this like I'm so proud of myself when I finish one of those videos in a way that I'm not proud of myself when I finish it. When I finish a gaming video, I'm like, nice, cool, on to the next. But those walking videos, I love and adore them so much, and to see that people enjoy them as well warms my heart so much. So thank you for the support on those. And MXZ Games, a little side project that I really want to develop again further next year. Just playing some games on my own, you know, showing myself as a personality a bit more. Which also brings me on to the next point. My other thing that I've done this year is been my first full year on Twitch. And while I've not been necessarily consistent with the streams, it's been fun. I've actually really enjoyed it. I feel so much more comfortable streaming now than I did when I was streaming on YouTube. It just feels nicer. It feels more comfortable. It doesn't feel as in your face. I feel like we've got such a amazing little community on there. I love going live and seeing like all the same names on there as always. And the support on there has been, again, outrageous. I can't believe some of you. You know who you are. I'm going to give a bigger shout out to Demrog, because 250 subs is just, I don't even know. That, and then my final one, which I've not actually spoken about yet publicly, is next year I have asked my full-time job, my work, if I could drop a day to focus a bit more on content. So you could call me a part-time content creator, which, from the smile on my face, you can see I can't believe it's gotten to a point where I'm actually able to do that and say that and actually be in a comfortable enough position to drop a day off my job just to do videos that are my hobby. I can't believe it. And that is all thanks to you lot. Like, the support that you give me this year through watching the videos, watching the streams, Patreon people, oh my God, I love you. Discord members, people who bought the merch. You follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, just thank you. So, my goals for next year. I'm blabbering on, and also, like, the illness is not getting much better. But the Monster's powering me through. By the way, Monster, it's not good for you. You should be drinking Gamer Subs, really. Code MXZ 10% off. I do actually like, I do like Monster, but they don't sponsor me. And Gamer Subs is arguably nicer, I would actually say, because it's not fizzy, Doesn't feel like it's like burning your throat. And factually healthier. So, goals for next year. I want to stream more consistently. Now that I'm in a house with Anna, it means that I don't have to spend, this sounds horrible, but I don't have to spend weekends and evenings going over to her house to see her. We live together. So I could just theoretically stream every evening if I wanted to. She wants her alone time. She's even said, sometimes you need to leave me alone. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll go stream. Streaming is going to become much more consistent. And I also want to just develop as a streamer. I want to maybe like pick a few games to have as base games and really develop on those games. I want to also like pace myself. I don't want to just constantly do 2-hour streams. Like at the minute, all I do is 2-hour streams, and that's because I feel like I have to be so like, hey guys, hey, hello, which I'm not really, but I'm a bit like in my brain about it all, and then I burn out and get tired and drained, and so I don't ever stream for longer than 2 hours. So I want to do that. That's going to be a big part of next year. The next thing is writing my book. Some of you will have known if you followed my other channels and stuff. Oh my god, my nose. I started writing a book this year, and I went into it very quick. I've done a lot of planning, but I feel like I need to do more. I want this to be like a grand scale thing, and I've kind of fallen off of the tracks with it a little bit recently. I've not written anything for like a month, just for lack of time, but also because I've not been prioritising it. I've been prioritising YouTube videos and streaming and stuff, which I do want to do, but I also want to consciously make time and effort for this book, because the story I've got in my head, I really want to get out there. The world I've got in my head, I really want to get out there. And I'm the only one who could do that because it's all in my head. So it's a dream of mine to publish a book. And so if I do manage to do that next year, the likelihood of it happening next year is very slim, and I don't ever want to rush it, but the thought and idea of I love bookshops, and the thought and idea of walking into one and seeing something you've created or your name on a bookshelf is honestly something that I could only ever dream of. And even if it doesn't happen, I don't care. I just want to get this story out to probably like the 5 people who will read it. So that's a goal for next year. Next thing I want to do is keep improving the main channel format so it's the best it can be. The MXZ show is good. I enjoy doing it. I love the setup of it. I love the format of the videos now. It's fresh. It's interesting and new in my opinion. Something that not a lot of gaming creators are doing. I feel like I'm like slightly paving my own lane in a way. And it's not just your standard, here's a game, here's some funny moments on it. It's like a bit more of a show, it is a bit more interesting, I think, personally, which is probably a bit egotistical, but I just have faith in my content and my ideas, and if that's a problem, then shoot me. But I want to keep improving it. I don't ever want to get complacent with what I create. I want to constantly improve. I want to constantly adapt and evolve and just keep bettering myself, whether that be through the editing, the cutaways, the camera work, whatever it is, I want to keep improving. The music, whatever it is. So that's a goal. Staying consistent with the second channel. I've been very consistent this last couple of months. New videos every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. on the second channel, and I really like that content that I do on there. It's less edited, but I have started editing it. Before I just used to put like unedited footage on there. Now I do chop out the silent bits. I do add a little intro, just spruces it up a little bit, makes it feel a little bit like a bit more cares going into it, which it is. And yeah, I really like that channel. I think it's got a lot of potential to just be a beautiful little side thing that, you know, shows off me and the boys a bit more than just like jokes and rapid cuts and captions and stuff like that. So, and the support on this channel, on the second channel, has been really amazing as well. Like the fact that these videos are getting like 2K views on average is kind of wild. Like there's a time where my main channel, I remember I'd get excited when they were average 100 views. and now my second channel is averaging 2,000. That is wild. So yeah, I want to stay consistent with that. More IRL second channel content. That started with things like me and Wad reacting to British classic TV. I loved that video. I really enjoyed that video. I didn't know if it was really like shit because we didn't do much of a reaction, but the sort of tism and just me and Wad being me and Wad, I enjoyed editing it. I liked creating it, and it's just something different. It gets my face out a little bit more. It gets my like sort of personality through more than just games, because I am more than just games. We all are. And so I want to show that a little bit. I want to get that through. Walking channel challenge / walking. So the walking channel, I really want to develop into next year. How I'm going to manage all this next year, I'm not too sure, but just bear with me. Next year, I want to develop the walking channel into a place of, at the minute, the videos are very cinematic and I love the content on there. But the issue is with those videos is I can only do like a half an hour walk because I like moving my camera around, set it up, filming, whatever it is. A half an hour walk takes 2 hours. So I can't really do any like long distance walking. So what I want to do is split it up. So you have these sort of walking films, like the ones that are on the channel at the minute. And then I also want to do some like vlog style walks where we go on some actual walks and explore some routes. And I don't know what those videos exactly look like yet, but that's what I want to do. And I also, I'm in the process and talks of doing the 3 Peaks challenge. I want to do that. I want to try and set myself some walking challenges. So that's a challenge for next year that I really want to do. So yeah, hopefully we do that. Outside of content, because all my goals have been content related so far, I've got three goals I want to do. Gym and diet. I was so good with the gym in like the summer. My diet's never been good, but I was good with the gym, and it's just fallen off a cliff since it's gone into winter. So I want to get that back, and especially if I do the 3 Peaks challenge, I need to be in a state of fitness at least a little bit. So that plus diet, because I've never done well with diet. I want to get back on that. Reading, I want to make sure I continue to keep consistent with reading. I'd like to read more. I sort of only ever do like a chapter before bed. I'd like to read more consistently. Maybe just like take 30 minutes in a day, in the middle of the day, on my lunch break to start reading. Which I think I'll do, to be honest, when I move out, because like normally when I need a break from work, I go downstairs and talk to my mum or play with Freddie, but I'll be home alone. So I'll probably just sit and read instead. So that's the goal. And my final goal is to be a bit less involved / opinionated. It's quite a bad character trait of mine that I always feel the need to chip in or give my take on everything anyone does or anyone says something in like the group chat. And it's not always like the most positive thing, or even if I disagree, why do I need to like shout my opinions at people? I don't need to get involved. I don't need to have an opinion on everything. I want to sort of step back a bit and just keep my feelings or thoughts reserved, unless someone's asking for it. But I just think that's quite a toxic, bad trait of mine, which I'm sure if my friends are watching, they'll probably agree. So I want to do less of that. And just sort of like, that should better me as a person. So yeah, that are my goals for next year. That are my goals. They are my goals for next year. And also, again, thank you so much for 2024. We didn't grow as much this year as previous years. 2023, sorry, we grew by, I think, 45,000 subscribers. This year we did like 24, 25, I think. So maybe like half, which isn't like, it's not the most motivating, but also at the same time, I'm at a place now where I feel like the community is so much tighter, and I just don't really care, because I'm just creating what I want to create. If I wanted to blow up, I would not have like 8 channels, because I would just focus all of my energy into the main one and make that work. But I've got a creatively ADHD brain where I just get ideas and I want to write a book suddenly. If you'd asked me if I wanted to write a book last year, I would have said no. Although I have always wanted to write a book, like since I was 12 or 11. When are you in year 6? 11. 11. I've always wanted to write a book. So anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on. I hope you all have an absolutely incredible Christmas, New Year. Let me know in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are and what your favourite moments of 2024 have been. Hopefully next year is kind to you and amazing and you get everything you want and yeah. That's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching. Ugh. Jesus! Can't wait to have a chair in here.